Hello, I'm your bilingual therapist, and if you're going through grief, I know it is a very painful feeling. It's also a temporary feeling if you follow some of the following steps. During grief, you will have what I call episodes of grief. The common emotions during these episodes are sadness, anger, sometimes guilt, or some sort of combination of those. And you need to have a grief episode followed by an episode of rest. And what I mean when I say an episode of rest is that you have times when you stop thinking about your grief and you're doing other things like exercising, seeing friends and family members. But having new experiences is the most useful thing about it. So you want to have episode of grief, episode of rest, episode of grief, episode of rest, so on and so forth, so that the grief episodes start becoming less intense and less frequent. Another one of the things that you want to do is to understand something about the person who's no longer in your life, their life experiences. People are not what they want to be usually. More frequently, they are the result of experiences that they did not choose. Another important thing to understand is context. Most of the people that you meet in your life are the result of context that is outside of their own sphere of control. So there's things that they would like to control, but they're not able to control, but still context influences them. And the third thing is the future. People make choices imagining possible outcomes of their choices, but I don't know of anyone who can predict the future every single time 100%. So understanding these three things is important. One other thing that will be very useful for you is that you say to the person that you lost what you need to say, and that you also listen from that person what you need to hear from. Now, I'm not saying do this with them in person. Please do not do that. Instead, do it in writing. Don't send it to that person. Remember, this work is for you. And the other way in which you can do that is through a hypnotic trance with a trained therapist. I know it's a lot of info. Follow me if you want to know more. Your bilingual therapist.